There comes a time when we hit a certain call, when the world must come together as one. There are people dying.
Oh, when it's time to lend a hand to life, the greatest gift of all.
We can't go on pretending day by day.
Hi Sammy, how are you?
Hi, Ache. How are you?
Hey, I want to thank you for letting me do this interview with you.
It was a pleasure. Don't worry.
Okay, so here's the first question.
Go ahead. Do it.
Which was your first reaction when you knew that you were trapped in the middle of the ocean?
Oh my god, I was so worried about it. I couldn't believe we were lost in the ocean with no way of calling someone to help. It was like shocking.
I imagine so. Did you lost all hope in some moment?
Yes, at the beginning I was so worried. When we all started begin to feel so hungry and thirsty, I thought we were all going to die of starvation.
What do you think of water pollution now?
I realized that water pollution is a serious problem. I realized that if it can affect us direct and all before of all of this, I would not throw garbage in the ocean because I know it's polluting us. It's polluting the animals. It's making animals die, and it's like breaking our own rules. And now that we're the ones that get affected, not only us but nature also.
Yes. Do your friends think now like you?
I hope they do. Yes, but some of us we realize the importance of maintaining the ocean clean so problems don't happen.
What do you think? Did you felt when you saw the boat that was going to save you and your friends?
I felt joy, happiness, and enthusiasm. I started thanking God for that because I had lost all hope of being found. When you're in the middle of the ocean and you look everywhere and you don't see anything, it's very hard to think that someone is going to find you and something is going to appear. We thought that we had no chance of surviving.
Think of going in a trip on a boat now?
I don't have a fear about it, but I am always going to remember the day when I am on a boat, the horrible experience that I went through.
Thank you very much for.
It was a pleasure sharing my story with you.
The causes for toxic water are, for example, that if your water comes from surface water, it can be exposed to acid rain, stormwater runoff, pesticide runoff, and industrial waste. This water is cleaned somewhat by exposure to sunlight, aeration, and microorganisms in the water. If your water comes from groundwater, it generally takes longer to become contaminated, but the natural cleansing process also may take much longer. Groundwater moves slowly and it's not exposed to sunlight or aerobic by disease-producing pathogens. Leachate from landfills and septic systems. Careless disposal of hazardous household products, agriculture chemicals, and leaking underground storage tanks. The effects are that the level of the contaminants in drinking water are seldom high enough to cause acute or immediate health effects. Examples of immediate health effects are nausea, lung irritations, skin rash, vomiting, dizziness, and even death. Contaminants are most likely to cause chronic health effects, effects that occur long after repeated exposure to small amounts of a chemical. Examples of chronic health effects include cancer, liver and kidney damage, disorders of the nervous system, damage to the immune system, and birth defects. Evidence relating chronic health effects to specific drinking water contaminants is limited. In the absence of exact scientific information, scientists predict the likely adverse effects of chemicals in drinking water using human data from the clinical reports and epidemiological studies and laboratory animal studies. Solutions for toxic water are not throwing garbage in the sea or in the streets. Factories release a lot of smoke and garbage. Workers should be more careful by reducing this amount and being more careful while releasing all this smoke and garbage to the area and to the environment.
Good morning. We have a very interesting and quick solution for toxic water. We will start a campaign that will start from little to big. Our group will start convincing Merriman family to avoid water pollution. The idea is to paste posters in corridors and give flyers to the most possible people in the Merriman family. Our mission is that after we work in the campaign, the people could get our message and start helping the cause, because we really need
We are the children. We are